Hi, welcome on to Transfer Daily, the show that takes a look at players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Now, one of the positions that a lot of supporters of Arsenal, I'd say practically every single one, if you stop them on the street and you say, what do we need at Arsenal? There's two reoccurring positions that comes to every fan's mind. One of them, of course, we know is a striker, and the other one is a defensive midfielder, a DM. Practically every fan you speak to, they'll be like, we're happy with Coquelin, we like him, we think he's got what he takes. However, what happens if he's injured? And then there's other fans that say, listen, we need somebody who's on a similar level, if not better. So encouraging news if you're one of those fans out there who says they want a DM to come in today. Encouraging news that Arsenal are looking at a top quality defensive midfielder. That defensive midfielder is Grzegorz Krychowiak. Now, I hope I pronounced that right. Our Polish people out there who are watching will no doubt correct me on the pronunciation, and please do if I've got it wrong. But listen, he's a top quality defensive midfielder. You saw him in action if you watched the game last night, playing for Sevilla. That's the club that he plays for. 25 years of age, so a good age. And Arsenal apparently had scouts at the Super Cup yesterday watching him in that 5-4 loss to Barcelona. He's valued at 30 million euros at the present because he's got a buyout clause. That equates to about 21.3 million pounds. That is his release clause. So if you go out there and you activate that release clause, the team, the club have to, talk to you and consider the offer. And also, we've been told, are very, very interested in him and are watching him. Just looking at his stats last season, in 32 La Liga games, he won 82 tackles from a possible 179 and also won 71% of his aerial duels. And whilst we know that, of course, La Liga is not as physical a league as the Premier League, he is very, very highly rated over there. Remember, he's playing for Sevilla, who won the Europa League, so he's playing at a very high level. And if Arsenal want to get this done, and if indeed they are interested, they need to move quickly because there'll be other teams out there looking at it and saying, well, if we got that release clause, in action, we can, talk to him and have a look at him as well. I think this guy, I've seen him play many a times, and I think he would fit the bill perfectly for Arsenal. Arsenal definitely needs someone else in that position. It's down to if Arsene Wenger will do it, because he does tend to keep a lot of faith in the backup players. He really does like Mikel Arteta, who of course is a club captain and has recently signed a club extension. So does Arsene Wenger want this defensive midfielder? But I think it would be a very, very good move if Arsenal moved for him. And as I said, today we're being told that, they're preparing a bid and they're scouting him heavily. Let's see what happens with that one. Another player they've been linked is Armen Adbenio. Now, Adbenio, I remember him. I was very, very impressed with him when I saw him playing for Monaco against Arsenal in both legs, actually. He's a very powerful centre-back. And apparently now we're being told that he, has, as well, it's not even apparently, he's come out and he's told the manager at Monaco that he'd like to leave the club. Now, lots of clubs in the Premier League are interested in him. One of those we're being told today are Arsenal. And Milan have also been looking at him. AC Milan, they've been spending big this summer. And also we're being told Liverpool have been looking at him. And the club that we were told, the front runners to sign him were Aston Villa. But Arsenal also in the frame. As I said, I was very impressed with him when I saw him. But do Arsenal need another centre-back? Is that a position that we should fill? Are we panicking after the weekend? We know that Per Mertesacker didn't have a good game. We know that Koscielny didn't have a good game. Is the backup good enough? These are all the questions that are being asked. do we need to go out there and get another centre back? He'd come in as backup, so he wouldn't play every week. And of course, he's playing every week at Monaco, and he's going to get deals from clubs that are going to offer him football every week. So would he come? That is the other question. But Arsenal today linked with Adbenor from Monaco. Karim Benzema, yes, that man. Again, today rumours going around that there's an offer on the table if he wants it from Arsenal, and a lot of outlets reporting this. Rafa Benitez apparently, remember I say this is not definitely, but Rafa Benitez apparently is okay if he moves on. And we're being told there's offer on the table, and it's down to Karim Benzema. Do you want to leave or not? It's down to Benzema whether or not he wants to go to Arsenal. This one is going to run to one or two things happen. Either the club come out and say, listen, absolutely no way, he's not going anywhere. We're keeping hold of him 100%. Arsenal, get lost, keep quiet, forget it. Or it's going to be one that's going to run right down to September the 1st. You can just see it happening. Also, Gonzalo Higuain, who Arsenal, again, have been linked to all summer. A lot of fans sort of turned away from Higuain, where all initially, a lot of fans are, yeah, get Higuain, get Higuain. A lot of fans have sort of gone off of him after the Copa America final, where he had such a disastrous game. However, he's still a top quality striker. We're being told today that Chelsea have now entered the race to sign him. Chelsea, of course, lacking strikers. Diego Costa, we know, top class striker, but he's injured a lot. When he's injured, it's only Falcao. Now, is that enough? We're being told that Chelsea are taking a look at him and might be prepared to meet that bid. I find that one a bit strange, actually, that Chelsea would enter the running for it, because when Higuain played under Mourinho at Madrid, they didn't get on him, and that was one of the reasons why Higuain decided to leave, because Mourinho just didn't play him. So kind of strange, that one. But Gonzalo Higuain being linked with Chelsea, which means if Arsenal want to get that done, they're going to have to move quickly, because there's big clubs hovering for him. Manchester United also need a striker, also looking at him as well. I think a lot of the teams at the moment are being scared off by the almighty price tag that is on his head. But we're being told that Higuain's not very happy at Napoli and would like a move. Let's see what happens with that. One person who is on the move is Emilio Martinez, as you can see there. I told you about it yesterday that there's this proposed loan move for him to go to Wolves. Well, it's happened, and he's gone to Wolves, signed for Wolves yesterday on a season-long loan. Very good goalkeeper, very capable, and wishing him all the best with that loan move. Listen, this is a big opportunity for him and for Szczesny to go away, and both of them to have, real good seasons, really put in big efforts and really impress, so that they can come back and challenge Peter Cech and Ospina for those 1-2 places in the Arsenal team. And finally, just to tell you about, we're going on about strikers, Benzema, Higuain, let's get them, blah, blah, blah. Let's tell you about a striker that is an Arsenal player that's scoring. Chuba Akpom again, last night. All right, it's only against Accrington Stanley, but another goal by Akpom, 2 in 2. Was it a mistake? I know, listen, conspiracy theory and all that, but was it a mistake to let Chuba Akpom go? I mean, if we don't sign a striker, it will start to look like a mistake, because certainly on Saturday you could see that, we could have done with bringing on, say, another striker off of the bench, and we didn't really have an option of another striker. And Chuba Akpom now, 2 in 2. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I think the low move probably was the best thing for him. But 2 in 2, well done to him. He's really doing well so far on that low move to Hull City. Now, listen, unfortunately, my iPhone is completely up the creek. Look, I can't even slide it, anything like that. You can see it's all glitching. I'm going to have to take this down the shop today, so I can't do your comments today, I'm afraid. So sorry about that. But leave the comments below. What I want to know is, what do you think of this guy, Grzegorz Krychowiak? If you've seen him, do you think Arsenal should go out there and get him? Do we need a defensive midfielder, or are we panicking? We've got Coquelin. He didn't have a great game on Saturday, but we've got Francis Coquelin, we've got Mikel Arteta and Flamini at the moment as backup. You know, are we panicking when we're saying we need to go and get someone else? I mean, the backup, you know, defensive midfielders at other clubs is not brilliant. I mean, look at Chelsea. If anything happened to Matic, the backup would be Obi Mikel for the season, which if you speak to a lot of Chelsea fans, they're not convinced with Obi Mikel. You know, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Should we go all out and get a DM? Are you guys still sticking to that? We need a defensive midfielder. Really would like to know. Thanks for watching our AFTV Transfer Daily. We're back around about the same time tomorrow.